Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gathering the Nations in Worship. Today, I'm going to be talking about dance etiquette. That's going to include exterior and interior components of dance etiquette. If we go into First Timothy 2, verse 9, it says, "Likewise, I want women to adorn themselves with proper clothing, modestly and discreetly, not with braided hair and gold or pearls or costly garments, but rather by means of good works, as is proper for women making a claim to godliness." With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and begin the components, starting with the exterior ones. The exterior components start with your hair. You don't want to have any extravagant and crazy hairstyles that will be a distraction. You don't want to have any coloring that's going to also bring attraction to you. When we're worshiping, when we're dancing, we want it all to be for His glory. We want it all to be all about Him. And when we attract attention to us, we are taken away from God. The next thing I want to go into is jewelry. We all love to wear jewelry. Jewelry is a great accessory for our outfits, and I'm not going against it. I'm just saying if you're going to dance, make sure that your earrings are not too dangly or too big, like the hoop earrings. I prefer studs. I'm not big on hoop earrings, but I'm not gonna tell people, oh, don't wear hoop earrings. That's a choice that you need to make yourself. As well as the necklaces. Anything small like this is perfect. It's not gonna swing around. It's not gonna smack you in the face or somebody else. So you want to make sure that your necklaces are also basically modest and not causing a distraction or an attraction to you, your outfit, and any part of you. Going on to the shirt, those shirts that you wear are also important. We need to make sure again that we are not showing any cleavage. We're not being a distraction by wearing transparent shirts and everyone can see everything underneath your shirt. We want to give God the utmost respect and give Him the glory. We want to be able to dance and help others as well through our dance to connect with our Father. Okay, and now that brings us to the skirt part of the component. When you're wearing a skirt, you want to make sure that, number one, it's below the knees. And number two, you're either wearing leggings or some kind of slip underneath so that if your skirt is see-through or it's a little bit too short, that legging will basically deter distraction or attraction to your legs because your skirt is too short or it just flies around a lot and people won't be able to see your undergarments because if your skirt flies up even just a little bit, it won't show as much. Okay, so going into shoes, make sure that when you're wearing shoes that your shoes are not gonna stick to the ground or you're not being tripped up by them. If you're wearing sandals, sometimes you can twist an ankle because the movements are so fast or very quickly. There's a lot of pivots, there's a lot of turns. So you want to make sure that you're safe, number one, and also that you're not disrupting the flow of the circle. So you want to make sure that your shoes are the appropriate ones for dancing. So that's all the exterior components. Now we're going to go into the interior components, which I believe is one of the biggest and most important part of dance etiquette. So when you go into the circle, before you go into the circle, you want to pray. You want to give God thanks for everything that He's been doing for you, And just anything that you're thankful for, it doesn't matter. Whatever comes from your heart, that's the best part of it. And then after you have given thanks, you ask for any forgiveness for anything that you have done that you know will possibly keep you from worshiping freely because of conviction by the Spirit. And so we want to ask for forgiveness if you said anything wrong, if you behaved a certain way, if you didn't say something to somebody when maybe you should have. Anything, just anything that you need to ask forgiveness for. Go ahead and do that. And then you also want to pray for protection and connection. What does that mean? We have an enemy that is just prowling, looking to who he can devour and destroy and kill and steal from. So we need to pray for protection for those that are dancing in our circle. And even those that are not dancing, we want to pray for that protection so that the enemy will not take down anyone. And of course, most importantly, we also want to ask for connection. Lord, please be in our midst. Lord, come connect with us. May the worship and the praise that we lift up be a pleasing aroma to you. That's what you want to ask for in your connection part of your prayer. And then, of course, you want to have acceptance and guidance. So what does that mean? You want to pray that God will accept, again, your love offering, your praise offering, your worship offering. And you want him to guide you, especially if you're a dance leader and you're leading the circle. You want to make sure that you are being guided by the Ruach, the Holy Spirit. You don't want to just dance to dance. Because it's not a show. It's a time of fellowship with one another as well as with God himself. So we want to pray for that acceptance, that guidance, and in the end, God will do whatever he pleases to do, and if he wants to be in our midst, he will. And how beautiful is that, to be able to connect you yourself with the Creator, as well as help others connect with the Creator as well. So again, that's just what you want to pray for at the beginning. During your dancing, you also want to pray that the Lord will connect with you. You want the Spirit to be what connects you with God, and you want the dance to be just flowy, You want the Ruach to be the one that's using you as a vessel for worship and praise, and for maybe for healing, maybe some restoration needs to be brought, maybe some reconciliation, renewing, whatever it may be. You just want the Lord to connect with you so that you are used and also blessed by God, to be a blessing to others as well. And of course, at the end, you want to pray again, and same thing, gratitude. Thank God for being in our midst. Thank him for his presence, and thank him for anything that you want to be thankful for. Maybe something happened during your circle. Maybe during your worship and praise, something special happened. Just give him thanks, pour out your heart to him, because he loves when we talk to him. He loves when we cast our cares on him, our worries, and especially he loves when we give thanks to him. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.